Secretary of State Marco Rubio makes an announcement that I believe will get Zelensky and Ukraine moving. Honestly, I didn't expect it. RFK files are finally released. A new assassination plot against President Trump has been revealed, and it was the darkest one yet. Plus, Maryland wants to know, why is our Democrat senator caring more about a wife-beating gangbanger in El Salvador than citizens in America? Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. I got a lot of great news stories, so let's jump right in. Today, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard released 10,000 pages of previously classified documents related to the 1968 assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy Sr., fulfilling President Trump's transparency pledge. An additional 50,000 pages were discovered in FBI and CIA warehouses, with more releases planned. The files, digitized and minimally redacted, are accessible online at the National Archive. Tulsi Gabbard emphasized the release's role in restoring public trust. While Robert F. Kennedy Jr. praised Trump's courage, the documents raise question about the official narrative, including foreign communication predating the assassination, though no definitive smoking gun has emerged just yet. For those of you who don't know, RFK Jr. does not believe that the man accused and jailed for killing his father was the actual killer. He believes it was a setup. And if you'd like to hear more about that, I can do a video. Let me know in the comments. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported good progress in discussions with the United States on a potential mineral deal following a recent visit to Washington, D.C. by his delegation. President Zelensky stated, "The basic legal stuff is almost finalized, and then if everything moves as quickly and constructively, the agreement will bring economic results to both of our countries." However, not everyone is on the same page. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned that the United States may pull back from its diplomatic effort to broker peace between Russia and Ukraine if meaningful progress isn't made. Now, this is like the fifth time that Trump has tried to lock down this mineral deal. This is why Marco Rubio is getting frustrated. But here's what was posted. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio outlined the nuances of the American approach to resolving the war in Ukraine. Rubio stated, "If our efforts to end the war in Ukraine fail within the next few days, we will inform President Trump that negotiations are no longer a viable option. If both sides are serious about peace, we're ready to help. Otherwise, we'll move on." Now, according to him, the United States is not ready to publicly discuss security guarantees in Ukraine. Marco Rubio added that President Trump remains interested in reaching a deal, but has many other priorities around the world. For those who don't know, the deal would give the United States access to Ukraine's rich mineral resources, including rare earth elements, which we need, and as a way of getting back our money that was given away by Joe Biden. All right, now let me know in the comments. I actually think that this might be a good move, right? Like, hey, you either come to the table this time or we're walking away. We're not just going to let you jerk us in and out, in and out, in and out. We're moving on. President Trump has other fires to put out. All right, now this is bizarre. A new assassination plot comes forward, and it's really, really sad. In a shocking case of Waukesha, Wisconsin, 17-year-old Nikita Casap has been charged with murdering his mother and stepfather in a twisted plot to assassinate President Donald Trump. According to an FBI affidavit released, Casap's hatred for Trump, who he compared to Adolf Hitler, drove him to kill his own parents in order to steal $14,000 so that he would have the money to kill President Trump. The teen, arrested in Kansas allegedly planned to use a military drone and explosives, communicating with a Ukrainian contact and Russian speakers via Telegram. His anti-Semitic manifesto tied to the neo-Nazi group Order of Nine Angels outlined a political revolution to save the white race. Casap lived with his parents' decomposing body for weeks before fleeing with cash, passports, and the family dog. He faces 9 felony charges, including first-degree murder and federal charges for conspiracy and attempted presidential assassination. Messages reveal he planned to escape to Ukraine, asking about a normal life after the attack. This horrifying case highlights the danger of online radicalization, leaving many stunned at how this young man could have committed such heinous crimes against his own family, driven by extreme hatred and ideology. His bond remains at $1 million and his court date on May 7th. Like, what? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about this? Oh my gosh. This guy killed his mom and stepdad, stole their money, lived with their like dying, decrepit, stinky bodies while he built this plan, talking to Russia and talking to Ukraine and gathering weapons in order to try to assassinate President Donald J. Trump. Wow. I mean, there are just some sickos out there. You guys, Donald Trump is not that bad. I hate that the mainstream media has made so many people believe that he is like Hitler reincarnated. It's just weird and gross and scary. Let me know what you think. But that's not all Trump is looking to cut. He's now turning his attention to the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell. Trump hinted at firing Jerome Powell, criticizing him for moving too slow, saying it's time to lower interest rates. Inflation is at 2.4%. However, Jerome Powell fired back, warning that Trump's bigger than expected tariffs could fuel inflation and drag the economy downward, making it hard for the Fed to balance stable prices and strong employment. I believe Donald Trump wants interest rates down so working families can buy cars and homes and get better loan rates and buy, goods and services. I really think he's fighting for the middle class. Now, unfortunately for Powell, his logic didn't convince the president. Trump stated, Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. And he'll leave. If I ask him to, he'll be out of there. I don't think he's doing the job. He's too late, always too late, a little slow. And I'm not happy with him. And I let him know that. If I want him out, he'll be out fast, believe me. So President Trump is hammering, just putting pressure on Jerome Powell. Get those rates down for the American people so that they can continue to buy things without being gouged in the eyeballs by all of this crazy bank interest. All right, now, if you're a homeowner, you need to listen to this. When is the last time you checked on your home title? The legal document that proves it's your house? If you're like me, the answer is never. Well, guess what? Thanks to AI and the cyber world, scammers can steal your home title and your equity. Here's how it works. Criminals forge your signature on a document like this. They then use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee to the county recorder, and boom, they have access to the equity in your home. Now, they don't want your house. They just want the money. They take out equity loans against your property, and you don't find out about it for 90 to 120 to 180 days. And the next thing you know, your life is a legal and financial nightmare. That's why you need to work with Home Title Lock in order to protect your property. Now, gratefully, I have partnered with Home Title Lock. They are great at what they do. You can use promo code Gardner at HometitleLock.com to make sure that your title is still in your name. You'll also get a free title history report and a 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring on your title. urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud should happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Use promo code Gardner. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code Gardner. All right. They're a great company, and I appreciate them sponsoring the channel. I want to show you guys a clip, and then I want to react to it with you.
Hollen posted a picture of him sitting with Abrego Garcia at a table.
I see these pictures tonight, and I think, boy, the party of women is really covering itself in glory tonight. I mean, I don't understand why the American left falls in love with the worst people. You've got a gang-banging, human-trafficking, wife-beating illegal alien, and a United States senator in a ludicrous display of energy is in El Salvador having Mai Tais and Yahtzee. I do not get it. I do not understand why the left takes on the heroes people like that. I don't get it.
I think
he has an adjudicated deportation order, and you have Democrat public officials falling all over themselves trying to get him back here without thinking through the next step, which is he's literally going to be deported somewhere else.
But he did have due process. Everything we know about him is documented because he did go through the court systems. He was stopped for trafficking. His wife did file these domestic violence charges against him. He was arrested with MS13 members with a roll of cash that had the eyes and the ears and the mouths of the presidents erased, which is an MS13 markings. This is all non-disputed.
Average American looking at this case, a lot of conflicting information. Okay, I believe some, I don't believe. An illegal alien came here in 2011, and somehow in 2025, he's still here after having been through the court system, after having been arrested with lots of people in his car, after having all this evidence.
Deport him?
He just did, and now everybody's mad about it.
He just did, and now everybody's mad about it. Okay, so I like how the Democrats on the show were like frowning, like, oh, I don't understand. Why is this bad? Why is kicking people out? Oh my gosh. All right. So Senator Van Hollen is taking a lot of heat for using taxpayer money to fly to El Salvador, spend time with an illegal immigrant that was deported, who was arrested multiple times, who went through the court system, who had his wife file basically a restraining order because he was abusing her. This man is now indisputably connected to MS13, the gang, which has been labeled a terrorist organization. So this is the kind of stuff that is going to be used against Democrats in the upcoming midterm election. They spent too much time worrying about illegals, rapists, traffickers, and women beaters to do what their own party voted them in to do. This is going to backfire on them. Crazy. All right. New York Attorney General Letitia James is facing a federal criminal referral for alleged mortgage fraud, according to CBS News. William Poult, head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, accuses James of falsifying records to get better loan deals on properties in Virginia and New York. Fraud. That is fraud. In 2023, she allegedly claimed a Virginia home as her primary residence, which may conflict with New York's residency rule for her position as Attorney General. She's also accused of downplaying the number of units in a Brooklyn property to qualify for better loan terms, and she listed her father as her husband in order to get a loan back in 1983. Now, earlier today, I did a video, over a 20-minute interview. I show you all the documents, all of the fraud, her signature, all of it. Go check that out. It was such a great interview with investigative journalist. You're going to love it. He's also a filmmaker. Now, the referral sent to Pam Bondi points to possible charges like wire fraud, mail fraud, and bank fraud. James denies these claims and says the Trump administration is using the government for political attacks. So far, no charges have been filed, and she continues in her role as Attorney General. Oh, so this is the law being weaponized for political reasons. I wonder how that feels. The difference is you actually committed crimes and there is a paper trail, I expect her to step down and be investigated very soon. But let me know in the comments, don't you think Pam Bondi needs to get off Fox News unless she's talking about arresting Letitia James? I mean, this is crazy. Like, get off of TV and go arrest some people. It's insane to me. It's the one thing that has me agitated. I love what Trump is doing. Even the tariffs don't bother me. Short pain, long-term gain. But seriously, come on. Arrest some people already. All right, in a post on Truth Social, Trump reposted a clip of Jim Jordan declaring Letitia James is not above the law. Jim Jordan stated, turns out you can't have your principal residence in Virginia and be AG of New York. You can't say your dad's your husband or claim a 5 unit is 4. And that's what Letitia James did while going after Trump for the same thing. You've got to be kidding me. Everybody sees the hypocrisy, and the paper trail shows this lady was committing fraud, and they've got all the receipts. Now, in response, Letitia James said, let me just say to all New Yorkers and to all Americans, the allegations are baseless. The allegations are nothing more than a revenge tour and say no one is above the law about Trump. Well, guess what? Go watch my interview. I show you guys all of the documentation in that interview. President Trump's administration is keeping its promise of cutting waste and shrinking big government. As part of that effort, it's slashing nearly 90% of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau staff, an agency with 1,700 employees. They are going to cut it to just 200. The CFPB, originally created to fight financial fraud, is being downsized to stop financial fraud and abuse. Ironic, isn't it? Now, layoffs started Thursday night and will continue into today and the weekend. However, Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren weighed in on the recent cuts. Wouldn't you know it? She says these people are being fired so that Donald Trump can commit crimes and push money to his wealthy friends. Here's what she said. It's not rocket science. Trump campaigned on helping working people, but now that he's in charge, this is the payoff to the rich guys who invested in his campaign and who want to cheat families and not have anybody around to stop them. Elizabeth Warren is also calling for RFK Jr. to step down and apologize to autistic people, saying, we love autistic people. We will always stand with you. They should not be investigating this. This is humiliating. Like, are you crazy, lady? Why? Of course you respect people that have autism, but if you can cut off the problem, you don't create more children with autism. Autism is terrible to deal with as a parent. I have family, friends, people in my church that have to deal with it. It is very difficult. And I believe Elizabeth Warren, if she wasn't taking money from big pharma, big food, and big chemical, she would have a different opinion on this. But because it's Donald Trump and RFK Jr., she wants him removed and wants an investigation launched immediately. Sad, sad, sad. All right. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. See you on the next video.